Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Mo Butter. Mo Butter Publishing Productions LLC in connection with I Deserve a Deal, Collective Minds LLC. Again, as always, I talk to you about the show I had at one point in time. I'm just start talking about it. It is what it is. It's the show. Again, still in real life with Mo Butter. I want to talk about everything, situations that actually happen in real life that aren't talked about. Sometimes they are talked about. I'll talk about these situations now when you can call and comment and speak on it from your perspective, and clarify things in that nature. But it's just something to put on your mind, something to think about. And this morning I was talking to a friend that made me think about me. I was talking to a friend, and she ran into a guy. And this guy, uh, he was eating financially. He was getting it financially. He was making a lot of money, and he started talking to her about the things that she needed to do. So, well, you need to do this, and you need to do that, and every time she said something or brought something up, he was like, well, you shouldn't do that. He said, a woman shouldn't be like this, and a woman shouldn't do that, and she should do that. You shouldn't have to do this. This should be done for you. And he's speaking from the perspective of actually trying to help her. He's speaking from the aspects of what he feels that, of what was presented to him pertaining to what a woman should do and should not do. My woman could never carry nothing. She couldn't take the garbage out. She didn't have to clean the bathroom, the sink, yeah, but everything else was me. Couldn't take the garbage out, couldn't cut the grass, couldn't shovel the snow. You know, uh, it was certain things that, in my perspective, what I come up from, that a woman just, you're not gonna do around me. You didn't have to open the doors and put your chairs out and things of that nature. Aside from that, again, it's like if you have a woman in your life and she teaches you and brings you up to understand what a woman is, guess what? That's what we're going to pass off, and that's what we're going to do and communicate about in our relationships. You're a woman, that's what you're going to do. You're going to become what you saw. You're going to become, unless things become different and you retract and go backwards for whatever reason it is that you do that. That's for the woman, that's for the man as well. But I want you to understand something about a guy. He was doing what he was taught. It reminded me of what I was taught as well. But at the same time, it made me think about, you go back to Adam. When you think of Adam, he was trying the matter of fact, let me go back to this guy again. He was teaching her or trying to show her what he learned that a woman should do. Even as for the best effect. When you come in from work and working hard and whatever the situation is, your son, your daughter should have the kitchen clean. The living room should be clean. Their bedroom should be clean. The clothes should be washed. Things of that nature. Things should be done for when you come home and you've taken care of the majority of the responsibility. So when you get in, things should be as comfortable for you as they can be when you get in. So when we pass those things off, sometimes to some women, excuse me, to some women it's like, hold up, this is my son, this is my daughter. You can't be telling me what to. We trying to make things right for you, but at the same time, I want you to understand something. When you have been this independent woman for so long, and you've been doing everything for so long yourself, that this is who you are right now, and it's ineffective, and it's actually a problem to you when a guy comes in and start bringing these things in. But I'm gonna go back to the situation of Adam. I believe in the Bible. Y'all know that. I take the Bible from the beginning and all the way. And when Adam was manufactured, God said you have in subjection everything under you. Now, I don't want you to stick on the subjection part, but I want you to think of what Adam had to do. Adam had to name everything that was out. He had to name it. He had to be able to name the fish. He had to name the fish, understand what it meant to keep the waters, the oceans, the seas, the rivers, ponds clean, understood all that. The same situation with the animals. How many animals was it? Cut the grass, how to till the ground, how to do different things of that nature. Everything that was going on, this is what Adam had to do. So what was Adam's job? He was a fixer. He was a person that fixed things. And even after the situations that took place, guess what Adam had to do? He had the rules and regulations. He had to get them to Eve. Then he had to give them to much, excuse me, to their children after they bore children. So what is it innate in us to do as a man? When you start telling us about things, guess what we try to do? It is innate, naturally, genetically, psychologically, passed down to us to try to fix whatever your problem is, especially if we talking about we loving you. We don't want you to go through whatever the situation is. We want to take it away. We want to make it better. One of the things God did, what Jehovah did, he said, it is not good for man to continue alone. So he created a woman for you, a helper, and a helpmate, things of that nature. And what he did was he actually brought forth the emotional side of man in. The side of man that could sit down and not fix everything. See, because sometimes when we trying to fix everything, we can actually take the passion out of life. When you allow reason to carry everything, you can take the passion out of life and you can disturb things. Like her, he was doing whatever what he can do to make things better for her, but she was like, "Hold up, wait a minute," being that independent woman. But at the same time, all he wanted to do was fix. And sometimes, as a man, we should be quiet. We should shut up. Everything is not always meant to be fixed. Sometimes we need to just be quiet and listen because that's all they want sometimes. But we, again, this is when the sister, this, if you love him like he loving you and trying to fix things, guess what you should do with him? Baby, shh. If you can get out of your emotion, shh, be quiet. Do me a favor. Just listen to me. Don't shut it. You talk too much. You always trying to. Now we stuck. We don't know what to do. Okay, we thought you needed help. That's why you talking to us, and that's our job, innate, genetically, psychologically passed down to us to fix stuff. So that we was doing. Now you fussing us out and cussing at us, and now we like, man, let's forget you then. I don't even. Okay, well, don't even say nothing to me. Now we arguing. We going back and forth for something that needed to be done. But if you tell them, hey, listen, just hold up for a minute. Just relax. Listen. Just listen to me. All I want you to do is just listen. Sometimes we need you to say that. And the Bible says that husbands continue loving your wives. Because guess what he knows? She gonna go off sometimes. And we ain't gonna be able to handle it all. So man, be quiet. Chill out. Relax. And guess what you need to do sometimes, wifey? Have a deep respect for your husband. So in order to tell him sometimes that I just want to be listened to, say that in a calm manner. Say that sometimes. Like it says, answer when mild turns away rage. So you don't need to beat us down for it. But remember that we loving you, so we trying to do the best that we can for you. But we don't understand sometimes because we the man, because we the head, because uh, things are you supposed to be in submissive to us. Submission to us does not mean that we are domineering. Domineering is completely different from dominant. Dominant is okay. I'm the alpha male. I'm the alpha. But domineering is be quiet, shut up, don't say nothing, be barefoot and pregnant, give me all, be quiet. That's not what we are. Sometimes, again, when you have a guy that's really just trying to love you and understand what's going on, listen to him. But at the same time, you need to be patient with him. I used to ask that sometimes. I used to say, baby, I need you to be patient with me because there's some things that I just don't understand. Don't work all the time, but at the same time, it's what I did. And I'm asking you, man, to do it. Just be patient with her, or ask her to be patient with you. And then, sister, understand that sometimes you have to be patient with him. Sometimes tell him, baby, Just sometimes listen. Just sometimes listen to me. Sisters, remember that it is not just us. We don't think we just the top dog. We Superman, we Batman and Robin. What was that guy, MacGyver, that had it? We trying to fix stuff because it is innate and genetically and psychologically passed down to us to fix things, to try to make things better, especially those we care and we love. But sometimes you need to tell us, don't get angry. Be patient with us. Ask us, baby, just listen to me. Don't even say nothing. Just listen. And sisters, remember again that because this brother's doing this, he's not always trying to be this aggressive show off and all. Is who he is. Just like who you are is emotional. And sometimes we have to calm you down. Sometimes we have to say, baby, listen, shh. Stop fighting me. I'm not your enemy. So again, I had to think about this and I had to put this out there and I was explaining to her and she was like, you know what? You right. It's up. Little boys, guess what? Starting from little girls, y'all giving white dresses, jump ropes, jacks, little things y'all told how to be nice and cool, calm and collective, right? Guess what? From the beginning, we're giving Legos, we're giving marbles. It's okay for us to climb trees, throw rocks, fall down, get stitches, make slingshots, y'all buys BB guns. We trying to fix stuff. We trying to be protectors. And it's up to you to have us with us and teach us that balance that we need. That's why the Most High created a woman. He made the emotional side of man in you so that we can have that balance and together and sit down and come to understandings and realizations together to say, okay, so, matter of fact, prime example, I don't care what religion you go to and you pay attention to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. One of the patriarch was Abraham, right? He died as God's friend. Nobody else is human. It's called God's friend. He got to dealing with his wife one time and they was arguing, having an issue, even about a child. How powerful is that? But guess what? Jehovah told him, Abraham, your wife, Sarai, listen to her. So it's not always in us to fix anything. Remember that from little boys when we talk. Big boys don't cry. And guess what that does? That begins to shun any and every emotion away from us. Aside from that aggression sometimes and fix it. So again, sisters, if he's not that, shut up, be quiet. I said listen to me. If he's really not that guy, I'm gonna tell you what'll work for him. I'm gonna tell you what'll work for man, and people will tell you who I am and with how I get down, physically work out and the whole nine. I'm something else on the aggressive side. So listen to me if I'm telling you, and if it work for me, it'll work for you. Grab his face and say, baby, come here. When we all sitting down, laying down in the bed, or he's sitting in the chair, go sit on his lap. Or lay in the bed, grab him and just hug him. And then you tell him, I'm getting ready to start talking to you for a minute. Do me a favor. Don't say nothing. Just listen to me. I bet it work. Y'all take it easy.